Hey guys, welcome back to Dark and Smarter. Today, we have another class guide highlighting the Cleric class. The Cleric is Utility Warehouse. You can go one of three routes by choosing either a damage, support, or hybrid role. This is one of the most versatile classes and can seem intimidating for new players. Although, through this guide, we'll show you a thorough breakdown highlighting your weapons, spells, skills, perks, and overall fundamentals for this character. The Cleric is seen as a support class. Although, this does not necessarily mean they are useless in battle. They can deal tremendous damage in the right hands, especially against the undead. The Cleric is seen as a must-have role on any team due to his versatility, making him one of my personal favorite characters in Dark and Darker. His endless combinations of spells and perks allows him to fill in any gap a full group may have. When deciding on a team comp, he is the missing link you should think of first. An important attribute to think about when playing as Cleric is, what should my perks be? At level 1, you're able to have one perk, and you can equip an additional perk every 5 levels until level 15 for a total of 4 perks. The current Cleric perks are as follows. Advanced Healer, which increases base healing by 5. Brewmaster, you don't see drunk visual effects. Kindness, which self-heals for 15% when healing another. Perseverance, which reduces all types of incoming damage by 3. Undead Slaying, increased damage bonus by 20% when attacking undead. Requiem, resing an ally revives them with 25 HP. When using an altar to res, none of your health is lost. Protection from Evil, duration of harmful dots reduced by 20%. And finally, Blunt Weapon Mastery, which increases attack power by 5% when attacking with a blunt weapon. I will now be going over the Cleric spells, but first we need to know how spell tiers work. For a Cleric, your intelligence rating matches the amount of points you have to spend on the spells brought into each dungeon. The Cleric starts with base 12 points or 12 intelligence. The number of points you have can increase based on the gear you bring into the dungeon with you. With these points, you can choose multiple variations of spells which have varying costs. This is why each spell is divided into tiers. Your spells and tiers are as followed. Tier 1 spells, which cost 1 point, are Protection, which is a shield spell that will block 20 physical damage for 20 seconds and can be applied to yourself or an ally, and Bless, which is a targeted spell that grants plus 3 strength, agility, and will for 30 seconds. This will cast on yourself if you're alone. Tier 2 spells, which cost 2 points, are Divine Strike, which is a targeted spell that will increase the target's overall weapon damage by plus 10 for 20 seconds, and Cleanse. This targeted spell will remove debuffs and other ailments from the target. Tier 3 spells, which cost 3 points, are Bind. This stops the target in their tracks for 3/4 of a second. Tier 4 spells, which cost 4 points, is Lesser Heal. This is your key healing spell that regens 15 health for the target. This will target yourself if you have no ally nearby. Tier 5 spells, which cost 5 points, is Holy Light. It is a targeted heal and damage dealing spell. When targeting an ally, this heals for 30 HP. If aimed at an undead, it deals 100 damage. And Tier 9, which costs a whopping 9 points, is Resurrection. This spell will revive an ally from death as long as their soul heart is present. Knowing your Cleric skills is necessary when picking this class and can completely change your build based on what you choose. Each skill can be equipped to both your E and Q on your keyboard. The first skill is Holy Purification, which inflicts 100 base damage to all undead within 7.5 meters. The second is Judgment. After focusing for 0.5 seconds, you can deal 30 extra damage to a target and reduce their movement speed by 20% for 2 seconds. It can only be cast when targeting an enemy within 4.5 meters. If the target gets out of range, the casting fails. The third is Smite. For 7 seconds, deal an additional 10 damage to all enemies you hit. The fourth is Spell Memory, which gives you the ability to memorize spells so you can cast magic. And the fifth is Spell Memory 2, which allows you to memorize additional spells. As I said in the beginning of the video, the Cleric is as far from a soul support role as you can get. Never underestimate how much damage you can do and focus on filling the role that your team needs in any given moment. Try and experiment with different equipment, spells, and skills until you find what works best for you. If you want, you can even become a Drunken Master Cleric who is constantly drunk and deals tons of damage. Thanks again for tuning in to Dark and Smarter, and I'll catch you next time. See ya.